Hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. There's still a ton of quests to do. It's kind of interesting how they distribute quests differently. Like, there are 6 pages of quests in 5-star. Where I don't think, I don't know, it's not all one-to-one. Like, I assume it's sort of scaled based on, it's like, there's 5 pages here, 6 pages here, 3 pages now, but I wonder whether it is going to follow the same pattern, like a lot of 5-star quests in the hub and then at least a few less in 6-star hub. Like, I'm kind of curious how whether it's going to be distributed in that manner. The change in music is funny. But there's a lot to do. I think I'll start with Zamtrios. I think I've only fought Zamtrios twice, maybe? It's a weird monster, though. Why is it shark with a Q? Obviously, it's just stylistic and whatever, but like, also the Q's very spaced out from the R. Oh, I need to change my number of hot drinks that I carry. Oh yeah, the locale specific versions of those. Conchu, where they change color based on the locale. I really like that. It's fun. I don't think it's the same, but it just makes me think, well, it's obviously not the same. It makes me think of like Eevee and, you know, different evolutions in Pokemon. But it's not the same because they are just the exact same Conchu, just different colors. I haven't been looking as effectively, but I wonder if there's been a decrease in the amount of hot air balloons in high rank. Oh, that's a big... That's a... Oh, shoot. Oh, that's really bad, actually, because I don't have that much to spare. It's muscle memory. Oh, I hate this part. Oh, I hate that. I remember. Oh. There's that one attack where it does that, but doesn't breathe, but like... It does, like, a wind up and then a charge, and if you're too far away, it's, like, impossible to dodge. Ooh. I like that reflection. It looks quite nice. Zamtrios is interesting. It's really not my favorite monster in terms of actually fighting it. It's not bad. It's weird. It's also very big, this one. Like, I actually think this must be extra large. The same as Tetsukabra on that. I mean, it has to share its, I don't know, skeleton or whatever with Tetsukabra. With the jumping, the hind legs and all that. Which also, if it does, then I'm pretty sure I can wound its hind legs, and that's useful. Because that attack there, if I'm too bar is like impossible to dodge if I have my weapon out. I don't think it's actually impossible, it's just very difficult. Oh, that's kind of cheap feeling. Insta ground tremors. That they do give you time to Superman. Okay. They do give you time to Superman, but that felt kind of cheap. That was garbage. I was clearly Superman diving. Like, it's a fun design for a monster. It's kind of a nuisance, though. Because it just moves a lot. That might be because it's so big and it moves relative to its size in this specific context, but... just any monster that's primary stuff is moving around is always going to be annoying. That's annoying. It's obviously delayed and I shouldn't be jumping that early, but... like, any monster that makes me feel like I have to sheathe my weapon after every single attack is not my favorite. It's a side effect of having a fairly slow weapon, but... give me this. Thank you. What, like... can you sonic bomb this, maybe? I assume you can, because I think most things where they're underground like this you can sonic bomb, but... I'm glad I expected something. Arm wound. And actual wound, not just breaking the ice on the outer part. I wonder what... if there's no variance of this monster, which there might be, I wonder what there could be. There's the easy, like, oh, do a fan version of it, but that's like Cephadrome. Which is totally different fighting it, but like in terms of burrowing in the ground and all that. And like, land sharks are kind of not as unique as ice sharks. Especially not... okay, that should have jumped. Especially not, oh, what are they called? Pufferfish? Pufferfish ice sharks are definitely more unique than land sharks. What happens if I trigger a mount in this state? Yep, nope, not happening. Like, does it instantly deflate? Or does it have a different mount event? tail broken. Its stomach is maybe becoming redder? That's kind of annoying that it jumps back instantly rolls sometimes, but that's fine. It must be becoming redder. Or pinker, which is from white to red. Oh no, it just... Yeah, now it's going back to that. I wonder what that mechanic is. Whether it's actually a mechanic or if it's just a time-based thing to indicate when it's approaching like the end there. It could be either. Because if it's based on hitting it, I think that's more interesting, and if you hit it enough, it does a ton of damage. I was gonna say explodes, but that'd be kind of... If it exploded, I think the monster should probably die right away. Who maintains the paths like this? It's just very clean. Like, obviously no one, but... I actually really like the, like, Zamtrios only has the spiky nose on ice form, where the Zamites, they have the spiky form, or spiky nose, always. I'm just stuck. Like, I would think having a spiky nose at all times would be... Oh. Hello. Welcome. Have a nice day. Agreed. It's not gonna work. Oh, it did. Wow. I mean, it didn't, because I still got hit in the end, but... Let's just go over here. Thank you. Oh. Oh. It just ate my palico? Yep. Oh, but my palico's fine. Impressive. What a tough cat. Well. Last hot drink because I accidentally drank two. Just let me move. Okay, this should be free. I got lucky. Oh, oh, it's expanding. I feel like I got hit slightly earlier than I should have there. So I guess the hitbox on the, you know, belly flop doesn't scale with the actual belly's expansion when it hits the ground, which is fine. I wish they would fight each other. It's also funny to see Deviljho kind of get dwarfed. Like, he's longer, but he's kind of smaller. And that's pretty impressive. Considering how threatening Deviljho is, that's kind of annoying. Getting jumped by multiple monsters is fine. Don't launch me into other areas, please. Oh. Good fun. Good timing. I want to paintball this guy and leave again. Bye. Just a very unfortunate start there. So I really can't tell if the ice actually clears based on rolls. You know, rain dancing until it rains and all that. Something that is bound to occur eventually will obviously appear as if... Wait, that was clearly attacking the shark. But something that will happen eventually, as long as you keep doing something to trigger that event, it will always look like whatever you're doing works. Like, ooh, other than rain dance type stuff, I can't think of any examples. The only reason the rain dance type thing comes to mind is because that's, I think, the first time I heard this. And because it was the simplest example, it's sort of, you know, if you commit to a rain dance forever, eventually it'll work. Apparently there's like a rain... Somewhere there's like a rain queen, where it's like not a great scenario, and like there can only be one rain queen at a time. And it's not great when it has to be passed on to the next individual. Oh, lovely. Right back to Deviljho. I'm gonna sit here for just a second, see if the ice clears. Rain. Hereditary Queen of Balo Badu, a people of the Limpopo province of South Africa. As of March 2024, the title is in dispute between two claimants. So yeah, it must clear based on rolling. Yeah, sleeping with his eyes open. Actually seems correct, but it's appropriately weird looking. Rude, I'm not gonna get my weapon away. Oh, okay, it didn't go for an attack, so I'm fine. Pretty anticlimactic end. Killing him with the jump attack. What the heck? So weird. Everything. Oh, any form of familial passage of any level of power is always going to get complicated. I don't know if it has... I mean, it seems like it has some degree of power within the community that places value in it. But it's confusing because the current Rain Queen is like... So there's like a bunch of, you know, they pass down a name, or slight variations on names. The current is named after the second Rain Queen, seemingly. But maybe the order of their names is different, because they share the same what looks like first and last name. But the way they write it looks different. It's kind of weird. I guess the big thing is you only see the like blank the second on like King Charles the 16th. It's always, they don't list the last name. So I guess I don't really know how it's often done. Like this is Masalanabo 2 Mojaji. Don't know pronunciation, obviously. And like, I'm gonna do this because it's a quest. But it could be that any other way that would be written would be the same order. But it's just, you never see Charles for whatever their last name is. Well, I mean, they definitely have a last name. And I think their last name used to be very German. And then World War I or II happened. And they're like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't have a Germanic sounding last name or something like that. I'm here to kill Zamites because I know they can drop monster guts. I didn't pay enough attention when I was killing a bunch of Zamites in that last time when I did that quest. But so I don't know the approximate drop rate. But I hope it's relatively high. But yeah, you can see the Zamites here. They all have sharp heads, I guess. Where Zamtrios, it was blunt. Monster guts. Maybe it'll drop from the big guys. That'd be cool. And annoying. Well, it'd be fun if there's like, oh, I don't know if Zamites and Zamtrios are actually like, okay, 2 monster guts out of 5. Easy. And probably fortunate. But I don't know if Zamtrios is meant to be an older Zamite, or if they're totally separate species that are just sort of related. My guess is they're separate species that are sort of related, but I think I don't want to deal with this. So goodbye. Like, if Zamites grow into Zamtrios, which is probably unlikely, but I don't know. But if they did, then it feels weird that it has a soft looking nose instead of like a solid head, which would make it more dangerous, but it has ice that does the same thing, so It's an interesting if they are meant to be the same species. They're probably not, though. I just think if Zamtrios had that, it would be more threatening. Already reasonably threatening. I probably shouldn't have gone this way. I've already been here. I should have gone this way. Cat. Oh, it's weird to picture cats as wild animals. I mean, there are living wild cats that are sort of the, size of cats that people keep as pets. There's a YouTube video that regularly shows up from one of the many David Attenborough documentaries, I think, about a small species of wild cat. Not a wild cat. Because I believe that's a specific species, but it's kind of... Oh, this can be going back to there. It's so pristine and smooth. Is it gonna go down? Cool. And it's gonna reappear over here? I'm not gonna waste that much time though, so that's a waste of time. Oh, yep, there it is. That's fun. And he's gone. Wonderful. I just think a giant Zamite would be more dangerous looking than Zamtrios. The little tiny Zamites are very funny. Oh, they actually just can't hit, seemingly? That launch is very good. Okay, that's Monster Gut number 3. Except Monster Guts number 3. I guess 1 unit of Monster Guts is determined by mass? Could be determined by volume as well, but you probably don't want to measure it by volume because then it's probably easier to cheat. You probably read what they want the Monster Guts for. Ah, food. Makes sense. Feels kind of wasteful. Killing a bunch of Zamites just for their guts. None of the rest. I bet there's other parts of Zamites that are usable. Not even just for eating. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if their shellback thing was useful. Oh, as like a sled? Slide down a large snowy hill on a Zamite shell? Zamite carapace? I don't know what it is. It would be a bit dangerous because of how sharp they are, but it could maybe work. It's got a keel. It won't twist sideways as you're going down a hill. You'll go in a straight line for sure. But you also might injure someone else or yourself. This would be a bad idea, but hunters could do it. Or, the Twilight Princess snowboarding minigame. Except on the shell or carapace or whatever of a Zamite. I think that could work. Hulo. Yeah, right down here, just sledding down this. It'd be great fun. Then you get to the bottom, you fly off here, you land on the ice, you fall into the whirlpool and drown. Great fun. Totally not a terrible idea. I'm kind of just hoping these guys respawned. Which, realistically, if I just hope these guys respawned, I probably should have just gone directly here instead of taking a detour, but the detour was necessary. It was the only place that I would find the ultimate sledding ground. One more set of monster guts, and then I'm done. This quest takes a while. Were there any quests in Rise that require, or Rise or Sunbreak? I think it was Rise, that require you to kill Zamites? Ooh, that's it. Good. Because I skipped all those types of quests because I didn't want to do them. It's fairly simple. But there were probably Zamite killing quests in that. I wonder if there's any or many, like, small monsters, etc., in Monster Hunter games that just have no interaction at all. Like, they exist, you can kill them, but there's no quests for them, there's no crafting using parts from them. I wonder if there's any in existence that are just, they just exist, they just live in the world. Which is a bit different in World, kind of ironically. Because World you can capture, there's creatures that are just there to capture. So you don't actually have a use for them, but they're like a collector's item. Which is a bit of a different scenario. It took 10 minutes. Wait. It's kind of interesting that it's the Yukumo village. It makes sense. None of it is actually relevant to the village, but it's interesting that it's not the snow village. Oh yeah, this was... Basically, they're saying that, at least to the Tanzia Sweetheart, monster guts are incredibly delicious. Interesting lore to establish. Delicious, delicious monster guts. I've never eaten, I guess, gut-based stuff? Actually, no, I think I've tried like a bite of turkey liver? I don't really know. Well, I don't remember it. I do probably know, just not. Let's do this. It's just not in my head right now. It's elsewhere, floating in the ether. Wait, actually, I should probably check where this fight is. Okay, frontier. And shoot, it's a capture, wasn't it? Oh no, it is a hunt. Okay, good. I was worried that I'd forgotten to read. I'm gonna buff. I don't use these enough. Absolutely nothing in the area. Good. It could be anywhere actually. Very slow climb. Nothing there. I definitely would have drank the armor skin again. I hadn't paid attention there. I would have ran up to the Nargacuga, preparing to throw a paintball in its face. Got right up to it, and then drank an armor skin. Mega armor skin. Boamp. Hello, Nargacuga. I'm not in the air. Okay, I just barely got the roll off. Good. Put that away. Kind of don't like monsters where I feel like I need to have the weapon put away at all times. And I say this as someone that does not ever use the greatsword because I'm bad at the normal greatsword playstyle. And I wouldn't actually be surprised if Switch Axe was sort of equally recommended to put the weapon away regularly. But I still prefer when I don't have to put it away constantly just to be safe. Oh, I got greedy. I went, I don't know, a quarter of a second too early. And not really for any reason. Hopefully that did some tail damage. Okay, that was bad by me. That feels weird, but didn't do much damage. But he deserved. Good heal. I wonder what the specific basis, like idea for Nargacuga was. Like obviously the you can see the basic idea, but like I wonder whether there was a singular specific, oh, that tail goes a lot higher than I thought. Whether there was a singular specific, like, okay, we want this to be like X character, X mythological figure, or if it was just, we want it to be edgy nightmare assassin. I'm gonna get hit. Oh, it went slower than I thought. I still wasn't gonna escape, but fair enough. Goodbye. Yeah. Being able to move while healing is not some crazy easy mode. Oh, yeah, I forget that it always reaches further than I think it does. I really want a charm with just a straight free 10 quick sheath. My current RNG hope, just getting a lucky charm so I never have to worry about, if I just want quick sheath, just being able to equip a charm would be very helpful. I'm gonna keep rolling for a minute. Yeah, the extendo tail is a little silly, because it definitely stretches. I give up on even trying to attack the tail. It's really not worth it. Okay, what are you... You're targeting my cat. Yeah, look, that... You can actually kind of see where the tail... Like the solid tail base and the stretchy part of the tail, you can see where they separate when it does that tail slam attack. When do the tail slam, get your tail stuck so that I can observe the silly looking tail. Roar. Because actually, I forgot that Nargacuga was a cat. That should have hit me. Because when I was thinking about cat, well, it's really not a big cat. It's just a cat. It's just partially a cat. It's not a large cat like a lion or tiger or anything. No, I can't observe the janky tail. And even if I hide behind this tree, I'll still get hit, probably. Okay, good, it didn't attack me. Quite a nuisance. Oh, slightly too early. Yeah, that like big cat in the roar. I hate this game. Got lucky. It didn't roar. If it had roared, it would have interrupted the charge. But getting hit's acceptable. Getting the energy charge 2 is off is more important. Again, tail always is weird. Yeah, like Nargacuga's like a cat bird with its, you know, wings and wings plus beak. It's not really much of a beak. It's just an, I don't know, outer, wrong direction of getting hit there. I should have been hit to the left. I don't know. I think there's something about monsters like this where they're crazy fast and all that. Oh, that actually visually didn't hit me, but it makes sense that I got hit. But there's something about these where, like, when their patterns are semi-predictable, like, oh, charge, hop to the side, jump. Those predictable patterns just feel kind of blah. It's worse on these quick, fast-hitting, unpredictable monsters than it is on, like, the big, slow-moving monsters. Like, attack into jumping. Like, something about the predictability kind of... That shouldn't have hit. Like, something about the predictability kind of feels, I don't know, significantly worse than on Duramboros or something. I still get beat up by Nargacuga. A lot, but... The feathers. Oh, wrong. Wait. Where's the other? Oh, yeah, no, I just wasn't paying attention where I was running. I did mean to run over here. Paintball. Did I injure one of the arms? Or legs? 'Cause if not, why is it sliding? What are you doing? It took 8 years to initiate that attack. I didn't mean to roll in that direction, but I guess it's fine. Kind of think it would be interesting if the axe, like the slash itself, the jump up, that slash was stronger on the axe. I don't know if it is. I assume it isn't because sword mode is better because it's stronger in every way, but I think the axe hit being, you know, like big hefty axe. I mean, it's the exact same weight between the axe and the sword, but the downwards hit on the axe being better than the downwards hit on the sword would be interesting, I think. Because as it is, I mean, this game, I think basically it's always best to be in sword mode. and you just use axe mode. Well, in other games, not this one. This one you don't need to use axe mode ever if you have charge or energy charge. You almost never need axe mode, at least. I think having to use a mix of both is better. Sunbreak, specifically Sunbreak, I'm not able to judge Rise on that as much. Oh, I should have, wrong path. I should have gone over and then, yeah, whatever. I went over and then I went in 3 steps instead of 1. But in Sunbreak, you just loop, morph, sword, morph back, sword, morph back, sword. And the morphing is more interesting. You at least switch back and forth. And that's interesting. It's better than this, where it's stay in sword mode at all times, basically, is the goal. That probably is reasonable that it hit. I think I was at an angle where I couldn't really tell if I should have been hit or not. Love the game. Definitely don't think that monsters should never do this. Okay, let's hope that it sleeps. Oh, actually, this is way better. Okay, it's still moving. Or it was moving a second ago. It's definitely still... Oh, it definitely did not go to sleep. And it definitely won't. But yeah, in Wilds, I hope it's a bit more mixed. There seems to be some degree of... When you sneak attack with the axe, and then it leaves the axe buffed for a bit. It's like maybe that will give a good reason to use the axe as more than just a vehicle, stretchy tail, as more than just a vehicle to use sword form. Like, it makes sense that sword form is good. It's the gauge, it's the restricted, it's the part that's actually limited by a resource. So obviously it needs to be, it makes sense that it's better. But I don't know, I feel like maybe between Gen-U and Sunbreak, and maybe Rise, I can't remember. I can't remember if the... No, the Rampage decorations are Sunbreak. Because there's a Rampage decoration that if you just morph, you never run out of sword gauge. But between Generations Ultimate so far and Sunbreak, maintaining the sword gauge is at most like a rare annoyance. I don't think they should remove the sword gauge because that's an element of it, but because of how easy it is to upkeep, they could probably make the strength difference between sword form and axe form less. Or non-existent, but then if it was non-existent, people wouldn't use the sword, so there has to be a reason to use the sword. But I think I just like actually being, like, using the axe being worthwhile is more interesting than this, where it's like, oh yeah, just sword all the time. Never use anything but sword. I think it's kind of... Oh, big. Ah, new monster. But that will be it for today. I hope Wilds has more axe usage for the Switch axe. This is probably food. The cook. Oh, no, it's this dude. And no. Well, I'll do this. Oh, because I got Silverwind and I have to talk because otherwise they'll keep complaining, which is annoying. Why? So slow. Why? Do they not have the tech to make it all just one list? I'll deal with this later. I'll talk to all these people. Actually, I'll talk to this one in case it gives me Demon Riot. But it's time to stop. Useless. So next time I will continue. It looks like there might be new quests to pick up. One of these will be a turn-in of a quest. One of them might be a new quest. So, have a nice day. Bye-bye.